I got you. Hi, welcome to Reposition with Christiana. I help women stop playing small so they can create bold, successful lives. I see you. You started this year with fire in your bones. You were motivated. You had negotiations you wanted to close. You had new business ventures you wanted to pursue. You were excited. You were pumped up. You had ideas and goals that you wanted to make happen this year. And then, wham! Suddenly, coronavirus stopped by and the lockdown kicked in. And now the world is beginning to open up again after a period of lockdown. And you may be looking at yourself at this moment and thinking, ugh, that fire is no longer there. You're looking at your options, and most of the deals you had, most of the plans you had have fizzled away. Or you may be in a situation where you are about to start a new relationship and you need some confidence. Or you want to navigate a dating scene again and you need confidence. So whatever your situation is, if it's the fact that now the world is opening, COVID is gradually easing and the world is beginning to unlock and open up after a period of lockdown, and you are not as motivated as you were before, you're not as confident as you were before, the options that you had before are no longer there, or maybe even the job, the finance is no longer there, and you are coming out of this period and you're wondering, where do I go next? What do I do? How do I find myself again? And you're having all of those questions. I made this video particularly for you. But before we get started though, I want to acknowledge those people who have been really affected during this period of lockdown, the people who have lost loved ones and maybe employment through the process of this pandemic we've experienced. My prayers are with you. I'm praying that you will recover and you will heal, and that you will have those things that you had lost, you would have them restored to you. But in terms of talking about confidence, I want to share with you how to be confident for the rest of 2020, how to have unstoppable confidence for the rest of 2020. So this video will be helpful for you if you want to be more confident in yourself, if you want to be confident as a business person in your business, if you want to be confident in your relationship. It's going to help you if you want to be confident. But I also want to emphasize that we're in June right now, but I want to say to you that we have the rest of the year 2020. So how can you be confident, be unstoppably confident for the rest of 2020? So let's get right into it. But before we do, I want to say thank you if you're subscribed to my channel, and if you're not, can I ask you to please subscribe? It helps a young channel like mine continue to grow, and it supports other women to become all that they can possibly be, so that together as a force, we can achieve great things. So how do you have unstoppable confidence in 2020? The first step I want you to realize as we begin this process of getting back to our lives, hopefully it will come back to normal, but if not, how do you actually go back out there and pursue those goals, those dreams that you have with such zeal and determination and fire? The first step, and this step I share with my clients who are leaving prison and are being released. It's so important. I share it with them so that they will know and so that they will not get tricked into overwhelm. It's go easy. That's the first step. Go easy. As you are now beginning to navigate your options, as you are putting your goals on the table, as you are planning what deals you want to make, as you are looking at relationships that you want to now enter into and find your space again, I want you to go easy. And why do I say that? Again, sharing the experience from some of my clients who have just left prison and they are now navigating this new world of freedom. And usually for them, they're so excited. They say to me, you know what, Christiana, I want to make up lost times. Christiana, I want to be the provider that I was again. Christiana, I want to be there for my wife, my partner, my children like I was, and they just go boom, right into it. And what happens is that they take on too much. They forget that things have changed a bit. They forget that the people have changed a bit, that life has moved in and adjusted in different ways than they were used to. And they have changed. They have evolved one way or the other. But then they go back into it full force, taking on everything. And before you know it, overwhelm kicks in, and then they begin a spiral, a downward spiral. And I want you to realize that what we've been through is really a traumatic event. It's traumatic on so many levels, whether financial, psychological. We've been through a really horrific period. Think about how many people have lost their lives, right? Somehow that has affected us on so many levels that we may not even fully grasp. So I want you, as you go out there, take it easy on yourself. Go easy. I want you to go at a pace that you're comfortable with. Don't try to impress anybody. Don't try to make up for lost times. Don't try to say, you know what, all of the things I lost, I want to gain it again. No, just check in with yourself and find out what pace is comfortable for you. And then just go easy and take the pace that you are comfortable with. Don't expect too much from yourself. And if as you continue with your plans and as you are building momentum, if you find that you begin to feel overwhelmed and it's beginning to feel a little too much, take a break. Be kind to yourself and then analyze what the next step should be. The second step is to have a victory list. I love this one. A victory list. What is it, you may ask, Christiana? Well, a victory list is something that you have written down, pre-prepared, that you can remind yourself whenever you're feeling down and you're facing a new kind of challenge. So I want you to write 3 things that you have overcome in the past that you thought at the time you were not going to be able to overcome it, but you did. I will share more example. For me, it was my driving test. I took my test and I failed it at least 3 times that I can keep count of. I don't know if I did it more, but I failed it at least 3 times. And I was getting so down about it. I was depressed about it. I was sad about it. More so because at the time my daughter was little, and it was about a 20-minute walk from my house to her school. So at winter times, it was particularly challenging to make the walk there, bring her back home, come back home, pick her up again. And it was so important for me that I passed this test. So I kept taking lessons, but I thought that I was never going to pass it. I kept mixing up my left and my right. My instructor would say, turn left, and I will turn right. So imagine the chaos that caused. But I thought, you know what, gosh, it feels like I'm doomed because I kept having driving lessons and I kept doing my test, but nothing happened. And then one day I passed it. Let me tell you, I did. And I was so excited about it. But at the time, it felt I would never be able to pass it. It felt so overwhelming, so sad, so heavy. So on my victory list was the fact that I passed my driving test even when I thought that, I wouldn't pass it. Now, I want you to write 3 things which at the time when you were going through it, you thought it was not going to happen. But somehow you overcame and you had victory. I want you to have this list ready. Why is that important? Because every time you face a challenge, anytime you face a new step you want to take and it feels like I don't have the motivation, you're not sure what the next step should be, I want you to bring out your victory list and remind yourself that at this time I thought I was not going to make it, but I did. At this time this happened and I succeeded. That will give you motivation, that will spur you on, that will get the fire back in your bones to keep going. Now let's go to step number 3. Step number 3 is to start a project 500. What do I mean by that? Okay, I used to be in sales, right? And in sales, what really determined how much success we had was based on numbers. That means that if we were going to hit our target and not just hit it but exceed it, it was dependent on how many prospects we talked to. So the more the prospects we talked to, the more our chances of succeeding was. Now your project 500 is before you give up on whatever goal you have and whatever plan you have set up, you have to get at least 500 no's before you give up. So it's a numbers game. As you get ready to get back out there, you may get turned down. You may be told no. You may be told your idea does not carry weight. Okay, not a problem. So if somebody tells you no, that's number one. Somebody else tells you no, okay, that's number two. I want you to keep going until you get 500 people to tell you no. When 500 people tell you no, there's a good chance that, it's a pretty no. But the point of this exercise, though, is the fact that before you get to that 500 number, somebody is bound to say yes. A door is bound to open. But don't stop until you get 500 people say no to you. So get excited. When the first person says no, say, okay, $4.99 to go. As you keep going, the more people you talk to, and that's just the secret in succeeding, the more people you talk to, the more your chances of getting that idea off the ground, of succeeding, of getting your plan action. So keep going. And the fourth step I want to share with you, especially if you're navigating a new relationship and you're finding that you're not that confident, or you want to get back into the dating scene and you're not confident and you're saying, Christiana, I want to be confident. How do I go about being confident in a new relationship, or being confident in myself so that I can, navigate the dating scene? I want you to own your worth. And that's the fourth step. Own your worth. I want you to understand that you are worthy irrespective of what past you've had, irrespective of the challenges you've had, irrespective of any mistake you may have made. That mindset that you are worthy and that your worthiness has no prerequisite will keep you standing tall. It's going to keep your shoulders squared and your head held high, because you know that what you did or what you did not do, or what you have or don't have, does not determine your ability to be loved by somebody. I want you to own your worth as you navigate a new relationship, as you get into the dating scene, as you're thinking to yourself, I want to have confidence, or you're asking, how can I be confident in a relationship? I want you to start foundationally by owning your worth. You are worthy simply because you exist, simply because you're here, simply because you're living and breathing. As an individual, you are beautiful and you are worthy, and nothing you've done or have not done or own can take away that worth. So having that sense of worthiness is a fantastic place to start, and it will continue to give you confidence to navigate a new relationship and to find confidence in a relationship. Okay, those were my 4 steps. What are your thoughts? What have you been going through? What challenges have you experienced, or are you beginning to question as the world is beginning to unlock lockdown? I want to hear from you in the comment section. I want you to tell me what's going on for you. I want you to tell me how this video has helped you. And I hope it really has helped you to begin to put yourself together to say, okay, yeah, I can do this. All right. So I want you to go out there and I want you to rock your confidence. And I have included in the description box a free gift for you. It's my 3 steps to a strikingly confident you. It's a download that I want you to have. It's going to just add on top of this conversation that I have started on how to be unstoppable, how to be confident in 2020. It's going to add on top of that so that you will go out there and whatever the plan is that you want to achieve, whatever your goal is, and that you will just totally smash it. Like I said before, if you're not subscribed, come on now, subscribe and help my channel grow. Yeah, do so. But more importantly, please share this video with anyone who you know will benefit from it. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And if you want to get more resources to just help you be the woman that you always want to be, head over to my website, christianasenibor.com, and there you'll get more free resources. Sign up for email list as well, so that you will always be informed of the best stuff whenever it's available. Until I see you same time, you take care and go rock that confidence and be the confident you that you can be. I'll see you next time.